Hey, what's up, crew? It's Laura with BoxingBelles. We are in Chicago. It's a cold and windy one. I'm just outside of River North Boxing and Fitness. We are moments away from meeting the founder and owner, Sara McSpedon. I'm really excited to introduce you to her today. If you're new to my platform, my name's Laura. I'm the founder of BoxingBelles. I'm really excited to share stories and shine the spotlight on women who are really making an impact in this wild world of boxing. If you don't know, women's boxing was unbanned in 1994, so it's just been incredible to see the scale, the growth, and the evolution of women's boxing. Talking to Sara today, I'm so excited to find out about how she found boxing, how she got hooked on hooks, and then finally how she turned her love of boxing into boxing as a business. This one is definitely for my entrepreneurial girlies out there. Let's work. Welcome, Sara. Thank you so much for being on BoxingBelles. It's such an honor to be able to interview you and chat a little bit about River North Boxing and Fitness. Kick us off. Tell us a little bit high-level overview about the gym. And I'm so curious, how did you find boxing, or did boxing find you?
I know, absolutely. So I started boxing in a class up in the North Shore probably about 15 years ago. I was a runner my whole life and an athlete, and I felt my lower body start to kind of get a little sore as I aged. So I wanted to get a really good cardio workout. So a friend brought me to a boxing class, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I saw not only my body transform. From a cardio perspective, it was such a great workout. From a strength perspective, I felt so strong. And then also the mental benefits for me were second to none. I couldn't find that same mental workout and anything else I was doing on the empowerment and just like that release of anxiety, stress, depression, even that it was second to none. So I absolutely fell in love with it and wanted to bring it to the masses. So that's what brought me here.
I love that. Something that you just touched on, my platform, I love to share with women who might be curious about boxing. Yeah, they might be afraid to take that first step because it can be intimidating when you see that boxing gym, you see these maybe big dudes, they're really hitting the bag well, and you're walking in, and I don't even know how to put gloves on or wrap hands. What was that first class like for you? It sounds like a friend had invited you to have a class. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, and it was for sure going in, I didn't know what to expect, and it was very intimidating. But the gym I was at was mostly females, actually. And I really want, that's what my gym here is probably 50-50, but I really, am big on bringing females into the boxing world because I think there's so much benefit from an empowerment standpoint. And that's really what I felt. I mean, of course, it was intimidating at first. And there are six punches in boxing, and that's all there are. But I felt myself improving every time and getting stronger. And so I kept with it, and the results have been amazing.
I love it. That sounds like you really got hooked on hook. That is for sure. Transitioning, I always love to find out. So you got hooked on hooks.
Yeah.
You love boxing. What was that moment that you made that realization that I want to take boxing into business? Sure. What was that like for you?
So I sold one of my other businesses in 2018. I'm an entrepreneur. I'd always been into fitness. I'm a certified fitness instructor, personal trainer. I've always had a passion for fitness and not only just fitness, but athletic performance kind of based. So kind of cross training, the holistic view of not just running, not just boxing on a bag, but also the all-encompassing part of strength training, balance work, core, cardio all together. So when I was looking at my next venture, I wanted to follow my passion, and it really had become boxing, but not just boxing, fitness boxing. So fitness, because it's a little bit more approachable. And I think it's the best way to train and condition your body and not get burned out. So I was looking at franchises, and just because I wasn't sure myself how to enter this arena.
Yeah.
I had built a business plan around a boxing fitness gym, and I did find something that was in synergy, which was Mayweather Boxing and Fitness, based out of LA. And I just took the leap and opened the first one in the Midwest, the fifth one in the country. And that was in 2019.
Nice.
And 2020.
Nice. You were definitely a very big trailblazer, and that takes a lot of heart and determination. And as an entrepreneur, not a lot of people have like see the behind the scenes of the grind and how much work that it really takes to get, a gym, any sort of business going. It's like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan. And sure, you get punched in the mouth, right? Yeah. What are some maybe early on like mistakes that you stumbled into as an entrepreneur that was like, okay? And I think mistakes are always good because as long as you're learning from them and growing from them, right? Yeah. Tell our team out there just any sort of mistakes and how you were able to use that to really fuel your growth.
Sure, absolutely. So, I was pretty smart in coming into it as far as because I come from a marketing sales background, marketing kind of being my strong suit, and financial. I am big on only surrounding yourself with people that can rise you up.
Yes.
I've always been a big believer in hiring staff and people that are better than me. Love that. So, and that can bring different things to the table. So I did a really good job with that. I think that where I probably fell short is the marketing part. I should have been more close with the corporate, and this is again a franchise, so it may not apply every aspect of what people are doing.
Sure.
But you really want to take the hard look at marketing from the consumer standpoint. When we came out of the gate with the Mayweather Boxing and Fitness, our tagline was "Train like the champ." And I think that was too intimidating for a lot of people because we weren't training like Floyd.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Floyd. I know, right? The best. We were not training like him. And we quickly, corporate and I changed that terminology very quickly.
Yeah.
And it was unleash your inner champ instead. So I do think though at the jump we did lose some people with that initial marketing message.
Sure.
It just was too intimidating and turned people off.
Sure.
So I think, for people that are looking to get into business and entrepreneurship and any kind of business, it's, you want to look at it from the consumer standpoint first.
Yeah.
And really say to yourself, like, how would I as a consumer look at this business? And
Right.
and kind of take that lens before you go out with a huge marketing message that could be misconstrued.
Yeah, I love what you said there. I think that is so important to, as a business, you could be shouting something out, but what is your consumer receiving from that message? Do they understand? Is it simple?
Yeah.
Do they get the concept, the point to go in? And shout out to your trainers. Full disclosure, I am a happy paying client here. I think your team is incredibly knowledgeable on all things boxing. I think your coaches probably have to kick me out here because I'm talking about boxing all the time so much in the gym, but they're absolutely unbelievable. So that is awesome. In terms of operating the business and running this business, what would you say is a very important skill to have as an entrepreneur and an owner of a gym?
Sure, absolutely. Besides what I just mentioned as far as staffing, because that's key, obviously. I can't be here 24/7.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. But I think the biggest the next thing is really taking a look at and talking to members and understanding what they're looking for. Now that we're no longer a franchise, River North, we transitioned in July from Mayweather to my own brand, River North Boxing and Fitness, is really listening to our members and our guests and understanding, if someone doesn't sign up for a membership or doesn't want to join, why? What was it about what we did, either in the workout or as a system that we should change and tweak. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's just really listening to our members and understanding and making adjustments based on
Totally.
feedback.
Yeah. I will say from my own perspective, I love how community based this gym is. I was just with you guys a couple of weeks ago. It's such a fun holiday party where there was a wrap exchange. And I love that, there's personal training options. There's kind of those cafeteria options where you can do, 4 classes a month or have unlimited, sort of kind of pick your poisons, right? Which is awesome. So transitioning to women and the field of boxing, speaking to maybe a woman who's watching this who might be a fan of women's boxing but hasn't gotten into the gym yet. That was me at once. I was obsessed with watching boxing, but I was like, I'm so scared to get in there. Yeah. What would you say to someone out there who is curious about taking a class?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for sure, just reach out to us. I mean, we're the most welcoming, friendly, family oriented business out there when it comes to studio fitness in general. And it's, I will say, the biggest thing is just give us a try. If you've been doing like other studio fitness, or if you've been going to big box gyms and you're just burned out and want to change it up, do something different. All you have to do is give us a call. We bring you in early for your first class, and we can give you almost like a personal training session before we throw you in. If you still are skeptical about the group fitness thing, as you said, the personal training is a great option. That one-on-one training, it's a little bit more expensive, but we do have introductory rates for personal training just to get you 3 in the door that you can really get those. It's only 6 punches, Right. and even if you are nervous and can't and are uncoordinated, I promise that we will take good care of you and get you, to a good spot.
Totally. No, I love that. And just looking at the women's sport of boxing, I mean, how do you see it continuing to evolve? I'm so happy that you just mentioned that right now at your gym, it's kind of 50-50. Yeah, that's like music to my ear. Yes, yeah. How do you see it evolving out there?
Yeah, so I mean, I will say, I would say 95% of our people that come in the door aren't interested really in the sport of boxing. That little 5% that is, we love, and I'm so glad they're following it and want to kind of follow in the footsteps of the people that are pioneering the sport. I would say, it's fun. Like I follow a lot of um local boxers here in Chicago. I train out of I professionally train as well out of a gym on the south side. So I follow a lot of local boxers, but I do see this sport even from kids that are a young age. There's a lot more females as well as men that are coming into the sport. And you look at some of the undercards of these big, huge, broadcast fights that are coming out.
Yeah.
A lot of these undercards are including females, yes, women. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, I might be biased, but I think women fighting, especially in 2-minute rounds right now, they are so intense. It is, they really put on an amazing show, yeah, which is awesome. Before we move on to my favorite part, which is called championship rounds. How can people connect with you, find you? We'll definitely tag your handle and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, we're obviously on Instagram at River North Box Fit. Our email address, rivernorthboxfit@gmail. We're right in the heart of River North, so we're at 219 West Hubbard, next to the Merchandise Mart. Very easily accessible from many parts of the city. We have free parking. A lot of people don't know this. We have free parking up until 8 a.m. And we do have 6 and 7 a.m. classes. So if you do live far away, The parking is free right on the street, and there's always parking there. In the mornings during the week, we offer those early morning classes. You get free parking.
Awesome. Yeah. And that is news to me. I did not know about that. Yeah, you will see me at these 6 and 7 a.m.s for sure soon. Moving into championship round, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Answer them just as fast as you can. Who is your favorite female boxer right now?
Katie Taylor.
Love her. Amazing. Yes. 2 or 3 minute rounds.
3.
Ooh, we can do it. All right, let's go. And what is your favorite punch to throw?
My right hook.
Let's go. Sarah, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. You helping it out with you today, and I'll see you soon. Love it. Thank you so much. Awesome.